Hi, it's Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Be Happy Cards and Crafts. I hope everyone's having a good day. It's pretty hot here in New Hampshire. Sorry I'm not smiling. I had a little accident at the Franklin Park Zoo last week. I have a little road rash and I have a cut in my mouth. Feel a little like Elvis. So I didn't put lipstick on this morning. So you have me all natural. I'm not smiling much because of the bruise in my mouth and still hurts. And I have a migraine. But I got 2 stitches. I'd like to thank the staff at Franklin Park Zoo. They're really wonderful with my best friend's grandsons that were with us. They were 3 and 9, and they sat with them because they were scared, and taught them about turtles, and so it was really nice for them. And then they had to wait for 2 hours while I was having tests done at the Faulkner Hospital, and the staff there was very nice as well, and conscious of our time that we had a 2-hour drive home. So it was a pretty late night for the boys, and I was pretty worried about them, more worried about them than I was myself. I ended up with 2 stitches and some bruises and road rash, but I'll survive. So anyways, today I had a very good vacation other than the fall, and still got to go in the lake. I just couldn't get my face wet, and was able to enjoy my friends Sarah and Andy, and we played cards and just hung out and talked and got some sun, and it was a wonderful day, or wonderful week. And the week before, we had a great time at the Sunflower Festival with Lori and Denise and Sarah and the boys, and my daughter Megan. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you watching. And so next week I'll probably do a sunflower. I didn't think about doing the sunflower today because I'm still working on the fall winter catalog. So today I'm going to do 5 of the same card, just to show you different ways to do it. And it's Reflected in Nature is the card. It's a beautiful scene. It's a cabin in the woods reflecting into a lake, and where I was at a lake for a week, it was really appropriate, I thought. So let's get started. I'm not going to be able to see anybody when I turn you down, so just leave me a message or a note. I'm going to show you first making tags using the TaylorMade tag set. I use these tags. I use the smaller one here and the one I have set up in my thing. I'm going to show you how I made the tags that hold my sentiment for the cards, because I like to put tags on the cards. So when I turn you down, I'll show you how I made them and how I cut them down. And the Designer Series paper that I used for the first couple cards is in good taste. So let me turn you down now and see if I can get you in a good area where I can show you my workspace. Let's see. It looks good. Alright, the first thing I did is I stamped on white paper this sentiment, and then I took the tag and I ran it through the little embossing cut machine I have here. which I'll be using in a minute. And then I took the solid tag and cut it out. And I also cut the little tag topper and I put it on a sticky back. Stampin' Up! Also has a sticky back. This just happened to be the one I grabbed this morning. It was in my drawer, so using up things I have. Something I bought on Amazon. I do have the Stampin' Up! Ones, but having a migraine makes it a little difficult to concentrate. So then I just took our mono glue, our Tombow liquid glue, and just lightly, looks like I'm putting it on heavy, but it's really a light layer. And I just line the holes up. And I think that this tag is too long, so I'm going to show you the trick to shortening them. This one is a very easy one, so I hope that it's still in camera. I know you'll probably only be able to see the Stampin' Emboss, but you lay your label down. And with this, I wanted the stitching still, so that's why I just didn't cut it off. I just line it up where I want to cut it, which is right about where the tag, I lined it up at the top where the tab is. And I used a piece of washi tape to hold it. And just run it through. And then it cuts it shorter to cut off that little piece for me. And I don't need the washi tape anymore, or that little piece. And I'll put my die back on the magnetic sheet I have it on. And I'm all set with my Stampin' Emboss. So I'll put that in my basket. So I have an extra tag. I wanted to show you that. So now we're going to turn down my piece of paper here. And I'm going to set up the Stampin' Emboss. Sorry guys, my Stamparatus. Let's see if I can get this in. I've already got it set up again. I like to prep my work ahead of time. So, let's see if that's in focus. Yep, it's on. So, what you're going to do here is, I have my colors all set up. Just having a hard time opening the case. And you ink up your die, and I have it exactly where I want it. And all you have to do is bring it over and this one is gray, is I believe it's, oh, I can't remember my colors either. Basic gray. Sorry. It's going to be a crazy video today. So that's what the basic gray looks like. I have a little too much, I think. Made the woods a little darker than I like. That's okay. We'll see what the other colors look like. The squeaking is I'm just washing off the pad. So I'll put that with the basic gray. And if you can see, I have two little pencil marks, so I know exactly where to put my magnets so that they line up with the card. And this magnet barely has to be on there. Close the gray. And the next color is Cinnamon Cider, which is one of my favorite colors. Okay, same thing. Just bring it over and just push it down. The nice thing with the Stamparatus is if you don't get a good stamp your first time, which my stamps are all pretty new, the ones that I'm using, is you're able to go back and stamp if you don't like how the stamp came out. I hope you can see the stamp. I'm looking underneath the camera. Sorry about the squeaking, just getting it prepared for the next card. So that's how the Cinnamon Cider looks. I like that one. My next piece is going to be Misty Moonlight. Another one of my favorite colors. These were last year's in colors, but they're still in this year. So the in colors are in for 2 years. Sometimes we like our in colors to stay longer, but they only stay for 2 years, so we get to use them. I mean, I keep mine and I still use them for craft fairs and different things, but you can't use them for everything, like classes. Now see here, right here, you'll see a part of the blue that didn't stamp at all. The ink is still right there on the pad. So if I had to use a block, it would be really hard to get that part lined up exactly right, but with the Stamparatus it lines it up perfect. And see, now it's all stamped. All I had to do was flip it over. And this works really well when you're doing a lot of different stamps or cards, I should say. When you're doing a lot of different cards. I know I turned away there, so the microphone probably didn't pick up what I said. So this will be interesting because I'm doing two blues. I'm doing the Misty Moonlight, and then I'm doing Night of Navy, which is a darker blue. So let me clean that pad off so I can get the Night of Navy on it. While I was away at my friend's house, she lives on a lake, and we did get to go swimming almost every day, which was one of the things I love. And then we did take that day to go to the zoo, which we had a wonderful day, and my fall was at least when we were leaving. So it still was a wonderful day, and it just, I felt bad for her and the boys having to wait so long for me. But I got to see my giraffes. I love giraffes, and I haven't seen them in person for years, since Benson's Animal Park, really. So I'm talking about my early childhood. Oh, I like how that came out. I really like that one. That's Night of Navy. I may try using some baby wipes next time. Maybe they won't squeak as much, so you won't have to hear the squeaking of the cleaning the ink off. But it's very important to get your ink cleaned off. And now my last one, it's going to be Evening Evergreen. Let me get this and switch it out. And while the cards are all going to be made the same, using the same pattern, they'll look a little different because I'm using different ribbons for them, and different backgrounds on them. I think my mistake on the gray one was I pushed too hard. So I'm just gonna see how that works. Let's see if I have a piece. I'm really talking to myself at the moment. It's just saying, let me see if I have a piece that's the same size. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger. See if I can do it on the back of the gray. I mean, the gray isn't that bad. It's just you don't get all the white in the woods. but I'd like to try it again. Get a better stamp of that. There are two sides, so let's throw that card in there. Do this. Because I thought the basic gray was going to be one of the prettiest ones, and the ink pad is really juicy, so which means there's a lot of ink on it when you say your ink pad is juicy. I didn't have to push as hard as I did. So hopefully I'll get a better image this time. It's a little bit better. You can see a little bit more of the wood spacing of the trees. So I'll put those behind me, because that's all the stamping I need to do. Just clean my stamp. And we'll start putting the stamps together. Magnet. Or not the stamps together, the cards together. I won't need my cloth anymore. Okay, bring in this. Here's my cards already prepped. Now I do want to put ribbon. I did the basic gray cardstock. I have a piece of designer series paper from In Good Taste. It's the name of the set. My tag is basic gray. I want to see if I can use this to put it on. So you can see our paper is has two edges. So I do want to put this white ribbon. Will be going on this. And I cut my ribbon usually very generous size. For my cards. And you want to just get it on there evenly spaced. And I'm going to use the second side I did. And put that in and trying to get it evenly spaced because it has a bigger border along it. And now I need my glue dots. Where did I put my label? Oh, it's right here. And my ribbon cutting scissors, which have a little piece of ribbon on them, so I know that that's what they're for. I do only want to make a knot, so I'm going over here. I actually could do a bow with it, but we'll see. Now, for me to hold it down, it's difficult, so I like to use a glue dot under the knot. I just take the glue dot and I put it under the ribbon. Let's see. Maybe this one will get a bow. Usually if I tie them upside down, they look better, so I'll tie it upside down. Plenty of room to do the bow, so it just has given me a little bit of problems today. I just didn't want to take 3 weeks off because of my injury, where I already had taken 2 weeks off. But I've been enjoying life, spending time with my friends. Like I said, we went to the Sunflower Festival. That was a first for me. Beautiful fields of sunflowers. My daughter is a wonderful photographer. She has a lot of different hobbies, and that's one of them. And she took over 500 pictures. So I have to sort them out and go through them and get some made up. And then she took about 700 at the zoo. Okay, I don't want to... The problem is I'm not going to be able to put it up all the way as I wanted to. I should have put the ribbon up a little higher on this. I'll do it on the other ones. You know what? I'm just going to put this up here. That'll work. It says, "May your journey take take you to many new and exciting places." And my journey did take me to many new and exciting places. It was a very hot day when we went to the zoo, and a lot of the outside animals were sleeping. But we got to see hippopotamuses and a little baby hippopotamus and monkeys and little baby monkeys. There were a lot of babies there. The lion was sleeping, but he was acting like my cat. Murphy, who likes to sleep all the time. And Murphy's really a silly cat. He's, this time I'm just going to put this layer down and then put the ribbon on the other layer. So again, this piece is also from In Good Taste Designer Series pack of paper. It's like a wood grain. The other one was kind of like a cement. And I will show you these again. And then, so we called the lion Murphy, because he was rolling around on his back like Murphy does, and Murphy has a habit of playing dead, we call it. So like, oh Murphy, you playing dead, because he just lays there with his eyes open on his back, enjoying life himself. I have 3 cats, and we didn't get to see the tigers. They weren't out. I've seen an ocelot, something like that, an ostrich. Then the inside had the bats and snakes, things that I don't like. Mia, one of my cats, just jumped up on the table. That's why the camera shook. I still haven't unpacked everything, so I have a lot of stuff everywhere. Sarah and I did a lot of work on our crafts for our fall craft fairs while we were at the at her house. So we had a lot of fun crafting. So I have many bags to unpack. And this will get a knot. So this color again is Cinnamon Cider. I hope you can see. It's hard for me to see if you can see as I'm working on it. And that dot, by putting a glue dot down, it just keeps that tie down. It's like a third finger. And now I can just cut my ends on a point. And now I have the room I need to put my tag however I want it. I like to put the tags on an angle. I could have put a piece of thread with them, but I want to. Put it on an angle and then I'll trim that bottom off. Like that. Because it doesn't interfere with the look of the card. There's 2 cards. Now this is my Misty Moonlight, and I embossed it with the Evergreen Forest folder because I thought it would be really pretty, but then once I put it together, I realized it didn't show a lot, but I turned it over and I liked the debossed side better. So I'm going to put that down. I mean, it's a beautiful embossing folder. And I used it for the evening evergreen as well. My tape is getting close to running out. I'm hoping I can make it through the video without it running out. Again, Misty Moonlight came with the, is in color from last year that came with the Cinnamon Cider group of colors. It's beautiful color. I love this year's colors as well, too. But last year's colors all came with matching ribbon. And it's really nice ribbon, so I'm taking advantage and using it when I can. And I always put a little Stamp It Seal down or glue. Usually Stamp It Seal works the best. Hold the ribbon down. And I leave it in a loop to decide where I'm going to put it. Just gonna move on. And then I'm putting a Stampin' Dot down. It's a glue dot that just holds the ribbon down for me once I cut it. So I go right above where the dot is. And I cut it. Mia has settled down into her, to my daughter's seat across from me for her nap for the rest of the day. I was out gardening this morning, watering the garden, trying to bring back some of the garden that didn't do so well. Oh, Murphy's on the prowl right now. He just came in here. I lost some of my garden by being away. My tomatoes didn't do well. They didn't like me going away. My peppers, I'm trying to bring them back. I have 3 little peppers on my plant, and I'm hoping they come back, but the catnip is growing, and so I brought some catnip in for the cats this morning, and they were very excited about that. I brought 3 pieces in for each one of the cats, and so now they're a little tired after their catnip excursion this morning. So this one, probably should have used a little twine, I think, because then I could have made it look like it was tied up to the knot. And I have the air conditioning going in this room, so the cat's coming in here. Now this is Night of Navy, and with the Night of Navy, the embossing folder that I used for this one is called Bark, which I thought was nice for, you know, to use for the woodland scene. So let's get that. And I do put a piece of white inside. That's the piece of paper right here. I glue that in here when I decide what I want from my saying. And there's an eagle that goes with this saying that trying to decide which side I want. I think I like the debossed the best because it gives you the most texture. And like I said, Sarah used this stamp. She did a beautiful card for the cards that we sell at Revived Furniture in Londonderry, New Hampshire. It's on Rockingham Road, right on the dairy line. And I'll show you that at the end when I'm showing you my cards. You can see her beautiful card. She did it a little different than how I'm doing it. She did not have ribbon on hers, and she just made it different. And she used brown, so soft suede and early espresso. The dark brown colors we have. Also using the designer paper from the In Good Taste. It's just a really nice set of I don't even want to say it's all masculine because there's some pink in it and tiles. It's just a really nice set of paper to use that has different textures and has tiles and bricks and woods, and there's one in there that looks like a little pink baby blanket. It's beautiful. And that's from the regular catalog, the annual catalog that'll be in until next May, the end of May. The fall and winter catalog goes until the end of December, I believe. May go until January 3rd when our next one comes out. So it'll go till January 2nd. They've changed the dates of the catalogs. So because right now it's celebrations, so for every $50 you spend, you get a free item to choose from the celebration catalog, which there's some really nice celebration products. I have all of them myself. There's paper in there, so I have several things of the paper because I liked it so much. It's beautiful paper. I'm going to cut this down. And then here's the Evening Evergreen, which is our in colors, one of our in colors this year. And again, you can see it's the the Evergreen Forest embossing folder, but I'm using this side where it's debossed. You can see it has more texture. I'm really trying to get through this one without having to change this. It's my last card. I think, oh, I can see the red lines coming. Not sure I'm gonna make it. And they also put out ribbon for that went with all of it, only it's a sheer ribbon this year, which of course I like all the ribbons, so I like the sheer ribbon as well. Let's see if I can get in the middle. Ah, I made it. Made it through all 5 cards without having to change it. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I still have to put the tag on. But I can use my glue if I need to. Then the glue dot. There. Actually, it looks kind of cloudy out right now. The sun went away. This one looks like I'm going to put a bow in it because it's very soft ribbon, so makes very nice bows. My hands are still a little tender from falling, but it's okay. I can still manage. I ended up with 2 stitches. Those are my first stitches I've ever been awake for. The other ones have all been through surgeries. So I get those taken out on Friday. And it didn't hurt at all. They did a great job, so. And my little Yep. It'll be the first thing I'll have to do is change that. I like the way this one come out the best because I can push that down actually. I can push it over with my glue dot. It'll hold the bow. Sorry, I'm talking down low. I talk low sometimes. I can push it down and it'll hold the bow. So now it looks like it's got the thing. So this turned out to be my favorite of all the cards. I just need to cut off this piece. Then I'll turn you up and I'll show you all the cards, including the one that Sarah made. Hi, Sarah. Yes, I am very tan from being at your house. Okay, so here are the cards. My favorite one turned out to be the Evening Evergreen. Then the Knight of Navy. Moonlight Madness, Cinnamon Cider, and Basic Gray. And the one that Sarah made that's going on sale at Revived Furniture is done in soft suede. So there's our cards for today using Reflected in Nature. And Sarah did use the eagle on the inside and on the envelope. So it looks very pretty. And she put this saying that I put on the outside, she used for her inside saying. So, and this stamp set is available in our fall and winter catalog. And like I said, if you spend $50, you get to pick a free gift, which there are some stamp sets, and there are some dies, there are some paper. So it has a lot of products that you can pick from, and it's really a nice catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and you need a demonstrator and live in the United States, just send me a private message and I'll send you a catalog. And I hope everyone has a happy day. And sorry I can't smile all the way, but I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Goodbye.